actually the rooftop of the place where we live. And I just put my painting to dry out here and just decided to throw a little bit hands in the meantime as well, because why not? I haven't been training properly for days. My channel got hijacked and there was some other stuff going on. So it's like almost when I tried to do something, something else was coming up. So I'm not gonna let it be as an excuse. So yeah, just nothing hard, but just gonna throw some pins. Shadow boxing has its own purposes, and you can basically do that anywhere you go, and it can be quite a good work. A little bit of technique, a little bit of timing, speed. Still, you don't know this, but me and Chris tried to train together, and then we were doing shadow boxing in front of each other, and he by accident just extended his hand and then bumped into his knuckle, and yeah, we basically had to stop it. So, anyways, feel free to join the chat and let me know how is the sound if you can hear me properly. Okay. Away. It's like an extra light here. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna fill in the clothes that I wear for drawing, because basically this is something that I'm not afraid to spoil. This thing still hurts. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. Gotta take it slow though. When it's all hands, one thing I try to change is relax my posterior leg. So more and more, I'm just leaning into half frontal, just switching legs and improvising a little bit with my feet. Bump, sleep, side step, strong hand. Hi, London, England. Hope you're doing well. Boom. When I throw straight punches, I don't throw full straight. I like to lean outwardly straight away. Hi there. Hope you're doing well, guys. By the way, that's my painting. You can check out the short. I made a short video of the process. This is just the first layer. So I decided I just put it on the rooftop to dry out, and yeah, then I got the idea. Why wouldn't I just live stream and throw some hands, do some combos? Very light because my head is still hurting after after bumping into my husband's hand when we're doing shadow boxing. It just happens. Sometimes it happens when you're in front of each other. So I'm taking it very slowly. Hi, Algeria. Is the painting for sale? Well, it will be. It's not done yet. There are a lot of details has to be added. The sword has to be. So yeah, there are a lot of details. It's basically, it's just how you call that? It's the raw strides. So I'm gonna let that layer dry out, and then I'm gonna start with a smaller brush. I'm gonna start detailizing. Eyelashes, the texture of the skin, texture of the armor, all that kind of stuff. Hair. I'm gonna yeah, basically just detailize it more. Okay, back and counter with a backhand and body shot and then move. Okay, so what do you mean? So back counter with the then body shot, left left, and then retreat. So let's try to put it like this. So for example, like boom, boom, then 1, 2, or like 1, 2, just on the side. So okay. Like to walk on the side, but sometimes you gotta go backwards. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and going backwards. Okay, hello, hello. Thanks for being here. Okay, duck and body shot and move. Duck, body shot. As I said, I would just leave the front hand. So again, bump, 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 bump. Okay, so by the way, I'm with the sleepers. That is an extra exercise. Hi, Croatia. Seems different from usual, yeah, because it's nighttime. It's a rooftop. Basically, well, some of you might say they're showing off my painting, which yes, I am, but it's not done. It's not done yet, and I just put it up there so it dries faster. And then I was like, yeah, well, why wouldn't I live stream it? So here's my painting. Here's me. I'm married, guys. Appreciate it, but from Vermont. Hi, Vermont. Picture, thank you, appreciate it. Okay, throw, jab, and hook combo. So, okay, that's jab, and then right hook. It also can be jab, left hook, more like a 1, 2, like a catching that works well when you go jab in. And when the person tries to counter or just get in, we kind of step a little bit backwards, so you retreat slightly, and you already catch them while they are trying to move towards you. So there can be both ways. It can be jab, right cross, and I always, my amateur boxing habit is always leave left hand. And another way is like bump, bump. Something like this. Great movement, nice technique, appreciate it, thank you. I think there are punch with a power shot in practice. If you're fighting southpaw as well. Well, I'm an orthodox, by the way. This is my left arm. It's just camera flipping the picture, okay? So with the southpaw, someone mentioned southpaw, they're gonna be like mirroring you. So they're gonna try to have a foot, step outside of yours. That's how they're used to. And you try to go there. It's also fairly, they're fairly good and not easy, but it's a little bit easier to work with them from the left side on the stomach. Okay, guys, please don't spam and don't write nonsense. I'm just gonna delete you from the channel. Not a bad jab either. Appreciate it. I mean, it really depends on the body complexion. I'm a small. I'm small. generally speaking. So it just makes sense for me. Even if I go from the long range, I would want to get under, so potentially sleep the punch simultaneously with throwing the counter. Um, so maybe even a little bit of pickup, bump, that kind of. That's how I would throw jab cross. Your footwork is wild. I'm working on it. Trust me. Yeah, if I'm weirdly moving my jaw, don't be surprised. We had me and my husband had the practice, and we were doing shadow boxing, and he just posted his hand, and I bumped into it, and yeah, just got. It's still swollen right here. I'm fine, no concussion, nothing like that, because it wasn't actually a punch. But now I realize that when I move, I gotta take it easy, you know. Okay, thank you. Okay, what do we have here? Appreciate it, guys, but let's be civil, okay? Try not to bring it up so high. You mean the punches? Well, from the other hand, this is my, like, someone my height. So even here, you see where the punch goes? It gotta go there. This is too low. This is actually kind of aimed to the chest if someone, considering someone my size. And I'm not tall person. If I was taller, obviously yes, I would mostly direct my punches in front of me. But I'm usually shorter, or meaning someone my height. So this is where I aim. And if someone's taller, this is where I aim. And it's better to get used to this way, because I had that problem back in the years when I was in amateur boxing for some time. So I would get used to punching back like this. And then when I had to spar with someone taller, my shoulders would get really tired fairly soon. So that's the reason why I'm aiming it a little bit higher. Was dragging like better, Ilya or Connor? Well, Connor was more loose. He was definitely precise and naturally gifted, but his boxing style was not, how to say that. Like it was good for MMA, but it was very loose. Ilya's boxing is way more compact, and it's actually, I think, it resembles the real boxing most. Out of the most other MMA fighters, I think his boxing resembles the real boxing the most. You did amazing work. Thank you. Yeah, a little advertisement, but it's still not ready. I'm going to show you in the daylight, and I'm going to show you, maybe even live stream, how I'm working on the detailization. Okay. Oh, hi, Mike. Good to see you. And as you see, the channel is back, so great to see you here. Okay. It's been a while. Hi. Yes, it's true. And I'm back. The channel is back. All good. Are you a boxer or MMA? Boxer. Aiming for boxing. Looking forward to do some boxing and training mostly boxing. But I like watching mixed martial arts too. Okay, yeah. I mean, as I said, my jaw is super tense, so I'm gonna take it very easy. You don't want this part to, any tension you have in your head, or even if it's just a muscular tension, gotta be, take it easy. What division you fight? Flyweight. Yeah, actually back then I would fight 57 in amateur, and that was too heavy for me, and I was quite chubby. I was hardly. I had a hard time making weight, because I didn't know how the thermodynamics work, and how actually people gain and lose weight. Now it's opposite. I know a lot more than I did. So I'm carrying 55 right now, like 54, 55 kgs. That's flyweight is around 50, 51, if I'm not mistaken. But I would try to go even lower if it's possible. If I would, I will have opponents, or if there's gonna be anyone in more like a minimal weight, I would love to start from there. See, actually, like my height or someone even short, like see how I would do there. Because in the flyweight, like if you look one of the champions, I think actually she's according to you like WBA, WBC at least. I think Gabriela Fandura, she's like 175. She's like this tall and super long reach, and even in the flyweight, it's a little bit yeah, it's not that simple. Josie got really good stance, solid hits. Where can I watch your fights? Well, you can watch some of my technical sparrings that I live streamed before. I don't have fights. I mean, I had less than five amateur fights back 10 years ago or 8 years ago. That was when I was in the Georgian team. But those, I don't think even was that official. You know what I mean? It wasn't like European Championship. It was Georgian Championship and one international. And even out of those, I think two fights I did like technically where there were sparrings, but they put it in my IBA. Like back then, we had passports, and everything else. All my rest of my experience was in the open ring tournament. So it's kind of, yeah, I have experience. I've been fighting. I've been punched. I punched back, but like technically, consider me completely amateur. Because I don't really have a strong amateur record or anything like that. But I'm looking forward to get into a pro fight this year and live stream it and share the materials recorded so you can watch those fights. And obviously, you can follow me on my journey. You do Muay Thai? No, I don't. I don't. I know basics like I actually like knees and elbows, but yeah, again, I'm too soft for Muay Thai. Prefer boxing. I prefer way more concentrated. So with boxing, it's way more compact, right? So just it works better for me. One, two. By the way, nothing wrong when you do shadow boxing, like anywhere under the sky. Nothing wrong with just doing technique like this. Even if you're doing well, it's about building rhythm. Gotta be careful with slippers. Can take out Tyson Fury. You give us the answer to that question. Can I? Yeah, my jaw is really tense. You got this all. Take it one time. Push yourself. Don't lose yourself. Focus on breath and mind and rock. When you get achieve it all, keep rocking, my lady. Thank you. You're right. You're absolutely correct. Yeah, that's how it works. That's true. I can see. What's is Tyson Fury ticklish? That doesn't sound it. I was like, what? It's something above. I don't know what was that, but okay, I'll ignore it for now. The side step is good, but try to slide a little more than when executing that side step hook. Okay. Well, technically, this is more like a shuffle, like a shift, and doing like a yeah, we're basically doing like a Donato shift. But the technical side step should be Okay, so I'll show you the difference from the front. That was just sleep or even just soaring punch, sleeping straight away slightly, shift, and we can follow like it's like one, two. So technically that is not side step. What would be side step is more like that's kind of the side more the, at least that's how I've been taught back in the amateur boxing. So it would be like 1, 2, for example, and then you leave the hand. You don't stay here. You kind of step on the back, and then you just move. It works well on the rope. So you would do like, and you gotta move. I mean, one thing is rotation. I think that's called something different. A side step would be laying on the front leg actually. So putting that in like this one and step. Do you take 1 minute rest? Yeah, I do. Mostly I do. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I rest longer. It really depends on training. Great technique. Thank you. Well, one thing I think, not bad at is the form. But here is the trick: when you actually do a real fight or sparring or even like a long extended work on a heavy back or conditioning, it's about that being able to preserve that form, right? I've been in over a fight, just try smooth it out a little. Okay, well that's fair point. So yeah, you would also want to build one. You would want it be smooth and unexpected. So it would be like 1, 2, pump all of a sudden, and then from here, for example, come back from the rope. Actually, I used another way. Sorry, so it would be more like that. So something like that. Pump, 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 pump. Something like that. It should look like a dance almost. Yeah, you're right. It actually should. Yeah, well executed side steps are very beautiful. 30 push-ups. I'm not doing it now. The guys who know me, I'm coming back from sickness. And my channel was hacked. And as I said, last time we tried to train my husband, I bumped into shadow boxing. I bumped into a knuckle of my husband, and I still have a tension here in my jaw. So even now, when I'm moving, like my body feels okay, but it's just gotta be careful with it and take it easy. But next time, stay around and you'll see me doing some push-ups. If you can pull the punch, then your sparring partners can be no good. Well, you're absolutely correct. That was not even sparring, we're just shadow boxing. It is sometimes you do it in front of each other. Well, it just happened, you know. So obviously the lesson learned. Good, it wasn't a punch, so it wasn't him punching. It was he literally stopped. He just had it extended, and I think I did something stupid, so I kind of got into, and it was almost like a slow mo, just push in, and it was unpleasant. It basically yeah, I mean, no nausea, nothing. It was just soft tissue. It's like this muscle on the jaw, which is so yeah. Don't do that. Don't if you do shadow boxing, get as far as possible. And obviously, for the sparrings, technical sparrings, I'm not fan of the heavy sparrings. I don't spar heavy. That doesn't work for me. And even when I do just the technical sparrings or some task-oriented sparrings, I usually wear everything. My yeah, pretty much everything. I would like to watch your fight. Your form is amazing. Your movements are smooth and fast. Yeah, I'm looking forward for my fight as well. Trust me. But as I said, I'll show you. I'll broadcast it at least on my channel. So you got that. I promise you on that one. So which opponent punch are you dodging with the right hook? The right hook? I actually don't throw that many out. Like usually I don't throw right hooks unless it's like close work. So yeah. You look amazing, thank you. Have a nice day. You too, guys. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I actually have a Zoom meeting in a bit. I just wanted to get back into live streaming consistently after my channel got recovered and to do my painting. It's not done yet, but it's gonna be good. Uh, I'll show you more of it a little bit later. And yeah, basically that's it. You have a good day, guys. And yeah, I'm gonna get back gradually to the training, and I see you more and more from the trainings as well. Ah, the left hook. Well, the left is there, this side. So technically, it's dodging going to the right, like your right. But also, obviously, another way is just blocking it. Generally, it's better to always keep your hands like up. You can catch it and then roll under and counter. Also, another way. So if you feel like it works, you can like a lot of people. I mean, there are great boxers who do that, but for some reason, in the school of boxing, not everyone talks about like those are flips and rolls are basic, but kind of like leaning backwards and back to the forward is I don't hear that too often. So that is another way. So it just literally slips on my tongue here, and that's a good way to play it out too. That's true. For score points, yeah, you gotta pace it, but also being too weak, you want your some of your punches be firm. You want your opponent to be hesitant with you. That helps you in the game too. So it's about finding that balance. But yeah, you shouldn't definitely wear yourself out fully in the first few rounds and then burn out. Yeah, practice blocking and following with jab. Yes, that's also that's classic. But okay, guys, I gotta go really, and well, I try to see you tomorrow.